So as you can see, the doctor's office was very empty this morning when I got there at 8 o'clock. So just waiting on my doctor. I already had my sonogram done. This week makes 34 weeks, and I'm very excited about the sonogram because I found out that baby is head down. Yay, baby! So we'll see what the doctor says about my previous week's results, and we'll go from there. Still patiently waiting for the doctor to come. A little peek at the sonogram picture this week. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Just wanted to touch base with you guys briefly in regards to this week's appointment. This week makes 34 weeks for me, and I had my appointment today. It was a little longer than usual, so I was just like, oh goodness. So normally when I get there early morning, like around 8, that's early morning for me. I think they open at 7, but 8 is still early for me. But anyways, got there at 8, and normally when I get there at 8, you get the sonogram done first, then you see the doctor, and then you're out of there. Today, that did not happen. I got my sonogram done at 8, and then that was done at like 8:15, 8:20, and I didn't see the doctor, guys, until like 9:40. I was like, what in the world? So, needless to say, I'm just like, if I'm gonna get up this early, I might as well just go in later, because then at least I get to sleep a little later. Because if I'm gonna have to wait anyway, then I'd rather wait and go to a later appointment. So I made my appointments all the way to 40 weeks, and I made them after 8 because I was like, I can't do this. And I mean, granted, like there are other moms that have to be seen, and you know, the doctor might be backed up and stuff like that. So it is what it is. But I can't do no more early appointments if I'm gonna have to wait like that. So anywho, so some good news with this week's appointment is that baby has finally turned head down. So I'm so excited. Super excited because I was worried. I did not think that they were going to turn head down anytime soon. And the reason why is because I could have swore I've been feeling feet these last few days. Like I towards the bottom of my abdomen, I just felt like it was feet, because I've been feeling feet since they've been breached. Well, since they've been diagnosed as being breached. And I could have swore I kept feeling that feeling. So I'm like, you know, they must still be breached. And my husband was like, oh, well, maybe you're feeling hands. I'm like, no, I think that's feet. And so when I went to the appointment today, the sonographer, she's like, oh, you know, has baby been moving around? And I'm like, yeah, they're moving. I said, but I don't think they're moving down. So when she turned on the machine, she's like, oh, they're down. I'm like, what? So they're down. So good stuff. Because typically they give you anywhere between, I believe, 28 to 36 weeks to give the baby a chance to move down. If the baby doesn't move down on their own, then they will want to do one of two things. The first thing is to manually move them. And then the second thing is, if they can't manually move them or you don't feel comfortable, then they'll do a C-section. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with a C-section, and I'm fully aware that, you know, that's a possibility, even if, you know, vaginal delivery is not something that I could move forward with. But I just would like to at least have the opportunity, you know, so I'm happy about that. And I really didn't want to have to do the whole manually moving baby thing. I've heard that it works for some people, and then I heard that it wasn't successful for others. And then even sometimes the baby will turn back because I guess they're not fully ready to be turned. So I was just like, I really don't feel like being bothered with all that. And my hospital and my group of doctors, unfortunately, don't do cesarean, don't do delivery of breech babies. I don't know if they're not fully trained or anything like that, or that's not something they specialize in, but I have heard that there are some doctors and hospitals that will deliver breech babies, but mine, they've made it very clear that that's not something that they do. So I was very happy to hear once again that baby is face down. So that's some good news. I did get back my glucose testing. That went through well. I did get back my thyroid levels because I had a thyroid surgery like 2 years ago. 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago. And so they just wanted to keep making sure that those levels are good. So those are good. That test came back good. And overall, baby's healthy and good. They're 5 pounds, 5 ounces. So they're getting a little chunky, which I'm happy about because I love little chunky babies. I don't know if I'm gonna love it pushing them, but whatever, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So yeah, they're good. I would say this week I don't have any new symptoms really, but the symptoms that I have been feeling for the most part is a lot of pressure in like the lower region, the pelvic area. A lot of pressure there. Some heaviness, just a feeling of heaviness in my stomach, especially like when I'm walking, when I walk around the building and stuff like that. I'll notice too from time to time, and it's normally when I don't drink enough water, I feel a little light cramping. And so the doctors always tell me, drink water, drink water, drink water. And for the most part, I do drink water, but I don't always do the 8 to 10 cups. I'm closer to like the 6 to 8 cups. So I've been trying to make sure I keep a monitor on that. So yeah, so mainly pressure, a little bit of heaviness. I've been using my not medicine ball, it's not called medicine ball. What is this thing called? It's called it's the big ball that you sit on. I forget the name. Like, I'm drawing a blank. Excuse me, guys. I've been getting names of everything wrong lately. So the big ball that you sit on, that thing, I've been using that to like kind of help open up my pelvis too, as well as like walking around the building, doing pelvic tilts, stuff like that. What else? That's about it. My appetite, I feel like it hasn't increased, but I also can't eat as much because I get fuller faster. But I think that me eating every 2 hours, which was recommended by the doctor in order to prevent like any type of nausea, and also in order to prevent a lot of bloating, I've been doing it every 2 hours. And I feel like I'm ready to eat at that second hour. So, but like I mentioned, it's not a lot because I can't fit a whole lot. Yeah, but other than that, I've been feeling pretty good, and I don't have any major complaints except for the pelvic pain. Sometimes it's really intense, and sometimes it's really like, you know, you really feel it. But, you know, all you really can do, it's just the nature of the beast. All you really can do is just try to walk it out, try to, you know, do the pelvic tilts and, you know, use your ball and stuff like that. And that's really it, because I talked to the doctor about it several times actually, and, you know, she did mention that I could get the one of those belly band things, like the support my weight, and I did buy it, and I tried it on, and it feels okay. I don't love the way it feels. It feels like a little tight, and so subconsciously I feel like it's like squeezing the baby, and I know it's probably not, but I have a thing. So I might give it a chance, you know, another chance, and try to just put it on loosely, but I just didn't love it. So I don't know. I only tried it once, so maybe I'll give it another shot. But yeah, that's it. So see you guys next time.